Good morning. How y'all doing this morning? Look, let me tell you something. Glad to see you back. But I want to tell you something. Today, you're going to learn how to cook breakfast. Yes, we're going to start this video out, this whole series out with breakfast. Breakfast is the first meal of the day. And let me tell you something. I'm going to show you how you're going to be able to save some money versus going out to that restaurant or staying at home. Going out to that restaurant. Now, excuse me. Like I told you, this is for real. There's no much editing at all. But I want to tell you, I got a little story to tell you. I got a little story that I want you to. I'm not trying to waste your time here. But 9 months ago, this had something to do with this channel. Eating at home will save you some money. Now, 9 months ago, I was diagnosed with prostate cancer. Now, don't feel sorry for me. Everything is fine. But I was diagnosed with prostate cancer. And I had to go to 35 miles away, Zanesville, Ohio, to get treated. 5 weeks, 5 days a week. Let me tell you something, it was a struggle, but I made it through. But during that time, I'd go to these appointments, get what I needed to get done, radiation, and then after that radiation and all of that going through in the morning, you're hungry. So what I did, I said, well, I asked my son, I said, son, let's go stop and get something to eat. So we went to this old restaurant, love that food, beautiful food, up here in Zanesville. And I'm going to tell you something. I got every meal, every day, 5 days a week, I got 2 pieces of bacon, 2 eggs, hash brown, 2 pieces of toast, juice. Sometimes I got coffee, sometimes I didn't. And then after that, I even tipped the waitress. Yes, indeed. You know, you go in a restaurant, you try to be big, and you're going to tip the waitress. Yeah, here you go. I got let me give you a $5. You know, you're going to tip the waitress. All right, my totals come to about $25, maybe $26. My son, also separate, got his thing. It cost about that much. And it ended up being altogether about $60. All right, now, listen to me. I got my little cheat thing here because I want to make sure I explain something to you. Now, eating out, $23 to $25, all right, every day. Yeah, we had the money. Now, that cost the 2 pieces of bacon, 2 eggs, the hash brown, probably 2 potatoes, 2 pieces of toast, and the juice. Cost us about $25. Let's just say $25. All right. I did some figuring. Now, if I stayed home and bought the eggs, around here you get 18 eggs for $4. That's 44 cents. You do the math. I'll let you do the math. Get your pencil and paper. That's for 2 eggs, 44 cents. All right. Now, 2 pieces of bacon. I buy a pound of bacon. You get about 16 slices out of that pound of bacon. Costing you about $4. 16 slices. I figured out 2 pieces of bacon costing you 50 cents at home. Not out, but at home. All right, let's get to the potato. All right. 5-pound bag of potatoes will cost you about $2.49, maybe $3. But we're going to say $2.49. And then you get about 10 to 15 potatoes. I'm going to say you get 15 potatoes in this bag of potatoes. So each potato costing you 17 cents. Two potatoes going to cost you 34 cents. Now, let's get to the bread. You get a loaf of bread, you buy about $1.50. Let's say $1.50, you get 20 slices. 8 cents per slice, 16 cents for two. And that's what you usually get when you're ordering, at the restaurant. There are 2 pieces of toast with butter. And let me tell you some jelly. Now, you have your coffee. That's it. Either here or there. You get a coffee. I didn't even add that cost in. The juice, you're looking at juice. You can go to the store and get juice. You get it for about $3, maybe a gallon. 16 cups in a gallon. There's 16 cups in a gallon. Probably going to have just 1 cup. I'm figuring 1 cup, maybe 2. But anyway, 1 cup at home costs you 20 cents. 20 cents. Now, I did some figuring. I did some figuring. I figured that all up. Now, hope you wrote these figures down. Now, to eat at home, to stay yourself at home, it's going to cost you $1.64. Now, do the math. No, don't let me tell you. Do the math. Go out and do some shopping. Some of them, you got to do some shopping in order to understand what I'm talking about. Now, versus $25 each breakfast. You tell me, and you do the math of how much that costs. Now we got to do some thinking now. This is not rocket science. Chef Papa G is here to show you how you can save some money, big money. Because if you you subtract 164 divided by 25, subtracted by 25, you do the math. Tell me what that is. I don't even have to do the math because I know it's good. It sounds really good. And we complain about the prices in the grocery stores. I don't care what they're charging in the grocery store. It's going to be cheaper than every single day eating out. I'm going to tell you, I don't have no problem with eating out. Every once in a while, once or twice a month, I love eating out. I love it. I go to a restaurant or something and eat. It's good. It's fun. It's like it's like a present. It's like something that you haven't done in a while. That's beautiful. But 5 days a week, that's being lazy. That's what that's being. I told you now, I'm like a preacher. I'm like a preacher. I'm going to heat some seats. This is ridiculous. Saving this much money. You times that 25 times 5, you know what you're getting for that. You can do the math on that. Now, what we're going to do, since I gave you a math class, what we're going to do, we're going to get ready to make some breakfast. We're going to make 2 pieces of bacon, 2 eggs. It can be over easy, over medium, or scrambled. Hash brown. And we're going to take 2 potatoes. And you know what we're going to do with them 2 potatoes? We're going to peel them. Oh, I'm going to show you how to peel them. Yeah, you got to know how to peel the potato. Now, some people like the skin on. Well, wash it real good before you put the skin, before you, cut it up. A lot of people like the skin. I don't. I like to peel mine. So you do that. We're going to peel that potato. We're going to cut it up, slice it up, whatever. Home fried, hash brown, whatever you want. And we're going to put it in the skillet. I'm going to let you see me put it in the skillet. Yeah, I part boil my potato first so it won't take long for them to fry. I'll show you that if you want me to. But you just stick with Chef Papa G. Now this is my 2nd video. And I'm going to stay on course with this thing because each week I'm going to show you how to fix a meal. Now this first week here, as far as fixing the meal, it's going to be breakfast. And then after that, it's going to be lunch. And then I'm going to be fixing some dinner. Sometimes I'm going to have lunch one week and lunch the next week. Breakfast one week and breakfast the next week. I don't know what I'm going to come up with. But I'm going to show you eventually how to cook. Yeah, I'm going to even show you how to boil water. Because some of us don't even know how to boil water. So I'm going to be showing you that also. Now, I'm going to get myself together, get my pots and pans and my eggs and stuff, get it together, and I'll be right back And don't y'all go nowhere. Just don't go nowhere. Have all your stuff, your coffee and stuff right there so you can listen to me. You know, you can like, subscribe, and whatever but just stay with me, all right? Stay with me. Be right back. Gonna peel. All right there, my YouTubers, my friends, we're back. And I think what we're going to do, we're going to start off with a potato. Now, these are two potatoes. One is like a medium, one is like a small. But, you know, you're only going to eat, you know, that much of potato. We really, some of us eat just one potato. But I'm going to show you how to peel this. Yes, we're going to peel the potato. We're going to peel the potato. I know, why should I peel the potato when I can go to the store and get them already peeled? Well, it costs you extra money to do that. So you might as well stay at home, listen to the radio, look at TV, and just peel your potatoes. Now, this is an old-fashioned way. I'm going to show you the old-fashioned way my grandmom or my mom used to do when peeling potatoes. They didn't use this here. They didn't use this. No, they went and they peeled them. Let me just show you. They did just like this. Now, I wash my hands. And most of the time, when you're at home, you're going to wash your hands. You're not going to be using gloves all the time when you're at home. Now, restaurants is working in the kitchen, restaurant kitchen, you got to use, you know, you got to be more thorough than that. But anyway, see how I'm peeling this? Now, I'm trying to film this by myself, so y'all bear with me. But you see how I'm peeling that? That's how I do my potatoes. I don't use the other thing, you know, but I'm going to show you how to do that too. But I'm going to peel this one right here with the knife. Make sure you got a sharp knife because I don't think I got one. But anyway, we're going to do it. We're going to accomplish what we need to accomplish anyway. Here we go. Now, there you go. We got one peeled right there. What I usually do is run water over it or just drop it in the water, you know, to keep it from turning. Now we're going to use this little object here, this doodilly, as they used to call it back in the day, doodilly. We got that. All right, now what we're going to do, see how I'm doing right here? We're going to scrape like this. There you go. See how it's coming off? It's easy, you know, it's not hard. You scrape it around, it coming right off. It's a potato peeler. Some people use it for apples, but I don't like using it for apples. Apples are kind of hard to do, but anyway, this is a potato peeler. And see how it's coming off here? Yeah. So if you don't want to use a knife, you're afraid of cutting yourself and everything, get one of these potato peelers. That's what you call them, potato peelers. And see how I'm doing this? You know, this ain't the time to sit up and sing a song or something, you know. You want to go out to them restaurants and you want to spend all that money. All that money. And all you're doing is saving money here, you know. $1.64 a meal. That's what you get. Instead of going there at the restaurant, $25, and then you got to put a tip on there, and you know your tip has got to be at least $5, because you want to be nice. You want to show up like you're somebody. You know what I'm saying? Now see, there's the potato there. All right, dip it in some cold water there. We'll get rid of these scraps here. Well, I'll put them aside until I get finished. There you go. Now, some people have a machine, a little object that'll cut the potato just like that. But, no, we're going to do it the hard way. This is it right here. It's according to how you want your potato. This knife I got ain't worth nothing, but anyway, you see how I'm cutting that right there. Now, you know, if you don't have the talent or whatever you call it of cutting a potato, don't worry about it. Get yourself a potato slicer or something, you know, and that'll work just good. That'll work really good. Now you see what I got here? That's a potato. Now you can make hash browns whichever way you want to do it, but this is how I do mine. I gotta get a sharper knife, but here's how I do mine, like this. There's other ways to do it, but here's your hash browns right here. Home fries, hash browns, whatever you're gonna fry them up. There's other ways you can do this, and I'm gonna show you the other way you can do this. You know, make it much easier. Let me show you another way. I got a my chef knife. Call it the chef knife. The way we'll do it easier. See, we'll join these together. As you can see, we're gonna push that aside. And we'll join these together, and this is how we're gonna do it now. We're gonna go like this. Can you see me? I'm going like this. I'm taping this by myself, so bear with me. See what I got here? Now you keep your fingers, don't cut your fingers now, but you see what I got here? See what I have? That's your hash brown. Now we're gonna do the same thing with this. Now first, we're gonna cut one little sliver right here so it can, there you go, and look what we got here. That's something to help it stand up, you know, to help it stay still. Because this thing starts moving on you, then you will end up cutting yourself. But this is just different ways. You can have them as big as you want. You don't have to have them all big, you know, all small or nothing. You can have them big as you want. Now, let me show you this. I'm going to turn this over. Turn that over. And you see how I got this here? I'm just going to slice and have some thin slices. There you go. There you go. And see if I can get one more. Yep, there you go. That's it. And then we'll do this one right over here. I hope y'all understand me. Sometimes I just go all over the place. And these little scraps here, you just go like this. Yeah, there you go. And then you have some more. Look. Look at that. Now, we're going to put this all in the cold water over here. Got a pot of cold water. Keep these things right. You know, until we're going to put these up to a part boil. We're going to part boil these. We're going to part boil these. Now, when I part boil these, I part boil them for about at least 5, maybe 6, 7 minutes. It doesn't matter. But what I do with this, I'll soak this and then I'll drain and I'll add some more water to it because, see, you're taking the starch off of it. Now, I like to take the starch off of it, let it soak a little bit, a few minutes, and then take the starch off of it. And then I'll put some fresh water in it. And let's see what we got here. Now, here we go. I'm back, and here we go. This is it right here. That's it. That's what. And we're going to put this on medium high. I usually do high. And then let it go for like 5 minutes or so. And then to part boil them. And then we're going to just strain them and then set them aside. Now, I'm not going to go through all that. But when we get into what's called fry them, I'm going to show you just how I fry them. Now, other than that, we're going to be right back. Because we got to get, let me see, what else is it that we got to get? We got to fry our eggs. We're going to do the eggs last. But we got to fry our bacon. We'll fry our bacon, set that aside. Then we'll fry our eggs. And then everybody knows how to do toast. Everybody knows how to put 2 pieces of toast in a toaster. Now, if you don't like the toaster, put it in the oven. Any way you can get the 2 pieces of toast, that's how you do it. So I'll be right back. Chef Papa G will be right back. Oh, and just stick with me. I'm going to teach you how to cook. I'm going to teach you how to boil water. And we'll join. All right, friends, I'm back. Chef Papa G is back. I got to show you something here. Got to show you something. Here we're going to have, I did about a 5-minute boil, maybe a little bit longer. They're probably too tender, but as you can see, right here, they're nice and hot. And I got my grease on. I'm going to show you that too. And what I'm going to do, see, this is, and then I let them set in there. What I do, I'll take a little bit of the seasoned salt. I take a little bit of seasoned salt, and here we go. And I sprinkle on here just a little bit. Then I just shake it around. My skillet's hot, so I'm going to hurry up and do this. Let me pause. All right, you can see that my grease is nice and hot. Let me go ahead. Oh, there you go. Let me turn my exhaust on. Make sure you turn your exhaust on before you get started frying. Safety reasons. For safety reasons, turn your exhaust on. I'm kind of talking kind of loud. Let me get this thing right here. My There you go. I want to be able to film this right. There you go, and you'll be able to see it. I got it on high. Now I'm going to get my little big spatula here and see how it's fried. Now I put grease in there. I put a little tiny bit of, vegetable oil in here. You see my fries. Now these are my home fries. These are my home fries. They're hash browns, home fries, whatever you want to call it. But this is the way you do it. Friends, this is the way you do it. It's going to cost you nothing. And they're going to fry right on up. It's according to how you like them. You know, my daughter like them really fried up and everything. I don't. I like them to be, I like them to be half and half fried and half, because I like the meat inside of them. I don't like all that meat inside of it being, over fried, where it's crunchy. Everything's crunchy. So you can see, I'm going to let this fry for a moment. I'm going to let it fry. Now, I'm not going to sit up here and let you be watching it just fry, because there's other things that I could be doing, or you could be doing. So what I'm going to do, I'm just trying to show you how I do my fry. I put the little oil in the pan, and and I let it get hot, nice and hot. I don't measure the heat or whatever like that, but get nice and hot. You'll know when that skillet starts smoking. You will know. You will definitely know that this thing is time to put them potatoes in. But first, I'm just gonna let them fry just a little bit longer on one side. Then I'm gonna turn them over. But I want to show you, this stuff ain't rocket science. You can do it. It can be done. Right now, this video is about cooking breakfast at home. I'm showing you how to do the potatoes, fried hash browns. I'm showing you how to I'm going to show you how to do the bacon. Show you how to peel the potato. I'm going to show you how to do the eggs. 2 eggs. Come on, 2 eggs. That's nothing. I'm even going to scramble a little bit. Show you how to scramble. It's not hard to scramble. We just got this in our head that it's hard to do things, It's hard to cook. It's not hard to cook. Take your time. Take your time. It's no rush. It's no rush. Now, hopefully these potatoes doing right for me. My skillet is not a brand new skillet, Most of my skillets are not brand new, so you're going to notice. There ain't going to be this special name of mine. My stuff is old. It's old because I'm cooking old. I'm cooking, back in the day cooking. That's what I'm doing. Grandma, mom, they didn't have no brand new pots and pans. Those pots and pans went through World War I and World War II. Yes, indeed. Passed down. You get yourself a pot that's been passed down. You got yourself some money. They run into money. I got a 67-year-old pot. It's a Dutch oven. I got a 67-year-old. Yes, indeedy. Same age as me. Now you can see. You can see the browning of that. Look at that. Yes, indeedy. Look at that. Yes, indeed. That's your home fries, hash browns, whatever you want to call them. That's what you get. Now, mine's for me, I like it a little fried a little more. What I'm going to do, I'm going to pause and get started with your next thing. Get started with pretty much your eggs. No, I think I'll do the bacon. We'll do the bacon and then we'll do the eggs. The eggs are the last thing I usually do, besides putting in the toast. And like I said, everybody know how to do toast. So, come back. Well, this is television. So this television, I'll be right back. All right, my dear friends, YouTubers, you can see how my potatoes are coming out. Look at that, golden brown, golden brown. Now you see my strainer over here. I got my strainer over here. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to take these, because these are about done. Look how golden brown they are. They're home fries, hash brown, whatever you want to call them. This is something that we did. This is something that we did. Now, You see that? That's perfect, perfect, perfect. Lovely, lovely, lovely. Let me see. Can you see that? By the way, you know I'm filming this by myself, so all mistakes, you know, you got to forgive my mistakes, you know? But there you go. We got some good old hash browns, or not hash browns, fried potatoes, home fries. These are what you call home fries because they're bigger than the hash brown. Hash browns are the one that clunk up and all that other stuff, but these are pretty much home fries. They're about the size of home fries. So you go to a restaurant, in which I'm wishing that you don't go to the restaurant, but you go to a restaurant and you say, I want some home fries. You want some hash brown? No, I want some home fries. So this means you want your potato to be a little bit bigger. You know what I'm saying? Because you want something with some meat in it. You see, when I say meat, I mean meat. I mean something like that. That was hot. But anyway. And this same, I'm going to tell you right now, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to be old-fashioned. This same grease right here, that I'm right inside of here, I'm going to use for my bacon. I'm going to turn it down some for right now. I had my daughter come in here and film my bacon. You know, the bacon, it takes, you know what I'm saying, all right, now we're going to get all this out of here. And we're going to come right back. I keep saying we're going to come right back. We're going to come right back. Well, I'm just pausing so I can get the other stuff together for you. But now we're going to concentrate on our bacon. So stay with me. All right, my dear friends. I wanted to show you the pack of bacon. This pack of bacon is 16 ounces. It's a pack of bacon. Yeah, you go to the, I don't care, Walmart, wherever you go. You'll find this being about at least $4 or whatever. As far as your slices, you know, I forget what I told you, but it doesn't cost much at all per slice. And this is simple. This is simple. You just open. Now I'm gonna open this up, and my grease is starting to get hot. But I'll be right back again because I want to show you. I want to show you that it is not hard to fry bacon. All right, friends, we're back again. Look, we're getting ready to fry some bacon. We're going to fry 2 pieces of bacon. 2 pieces of bacon, which I told you before, 2 pieces of bacon be about 50 cents for the 2 slices. 25 cents a slice. 16-ounce pack, you know, and all you're going to be spending for these 2 pieces of bacon you're getting ready to fry, you're just going to be spending 50 cents. Now, I'm going to get the bacon out. You know, it's kind of hard doing this stuff. You know, it's kind of hard doing this stuff. It's kind of hard doing this when you're filming by yourself. But I don't have my manpower here today. My daughter, my woman power. So I guess I have to end up doing it myself. But see how, put the bacon in. And you don't want to put it on high. You don't want to start it on high. Just have it like on medium, something like that. Get yourself some tongs. This is what I call your tongs. You know, get yourself some tongs. I usually let it, I usually let it fry for 2 minutes or whatever like this. And then I turn it real quick like that. Because from what I heard, one of the old chefs told me it fries better. I'll be honest with you, I never could tell the difference. But anyway, as you can see, 2 pieces of bacon. We're frying up bacon. Yes, indeed. And I hope that you are taking note of this. 2 pieces of bacon. You know, costing you, what, 50 cents? 50 cents to do this. Versus getting 2 pieces of bacon, hash browns, eggs and toast and for $25. Come on. Now, this costs 2 pieces of bacon in a skillet. Your skillet is costing you 50 cents. This is 50 cents. This is 50 cents. Now, you know, let me turn this heat down because first thing, I got a video and I'm sitting up here burning bacon. But anyway, some of you like it like that anyway, but and turn it down. You can see Some of this will cripple up on you. Look at that. There you go. We'll turn it down some. But look how golden it is, how it's coming out. And I get myself some paper towels. I'll get myself some paper towels because I don't like a greasy bacon once it's finished. But look at this. Look at that. You know? My grease was kind of hot, you know, but anyway, y'all like this kind of bacon anyway. You know, you like it nice and crisp. I'm going to lay this right on the side there. So this will be, let me turn it down a little bit more. Look at that. Look at the bacon now. Look at it. It looks just as good as when they do it in the restaurant. Look at that. Now this bacon is practically done. We'll set that on the whatchamacallit here. Yeah, then we're going to work on this one. Gonna move that aside because that's gotten brown, too brown. But anyway, y'all might do this better than me. But anyway, you know when you're trying to show somebody something, then you mess up. You always mess up when you're trying to show somebody something. I think it's messed up. Maybe I know what you're saying. You probably saying, I like my bacon that way. That's how Mama used to cook it. Well, yeah. But anyway, I'm gonna show you what we got here. Show you what we got. 2 pieces of bacon right there. That's pretty much how you, and you know, they great, but you know what I'm saying? You get the idea. You know, you're going to mess up if you're trying to show somebody something. You know, you're trying to be nice and cool and this is how you do it. This is how you do it. And then you end up messing up something. But anyway, there you go right there. Now, we're going to get started with the eggs. My greasing. And I'm just going to move this over instead of saying, I'll be right back. I'm going to move this over. Because I'm doing this by myself. And I know y'all understand what I'm talking about. Let me see. Where's my skillet now? There you go. So I just moved that right on over. Now what I did, we're going to fry our eggs now. Now as far as our eggs, I'm going to show you something. This is your 18. You get 18 eggs in here. You get 18 eggs in there, and the 18 eggs cost you about $4. That costs you about $4. You're getting 18 eggs in there, and you got 2 eggs. You're going to eat 2 eggs. You're going with 2 eggs this morning, and it's going to cost you 22 cents per egg. All right? 22 cents per egg. For the 2 eggs, it's going to cost you 44 cents. Now, let's get started with the 44 cents. Now what we got 2 eggs here. You see what I got here? Now, whoa, I almost messed up there. Now, there's 1 egg. I got this on medium. You don't want your egg to be fried up all the, and I spray some Pam or whatever, you know, what you call that stuff, all-purpose cooking spray first, and then I put a little margarine in there. I don't like my eggs sticking and cracking up and everything like that. And so here we go. Got it on low heat right now. I'm putting it on medium. But hopefully you can see that. Look at that. 2 eggs. That's your 2 eggs. Look how it's doing. Now when I shake it, look at it. It's not sticking at all. Because I sprayed the Pam on there. And then I put a little bit of the margarine on there. By the way, I'm eating a few of these home fries. That tastes pretty good. I'm kind of hungry. Now, let me see here. This is one thing I'm not even going to show you because you know how to do it. You know how to do toast. You know how to do toast. I know how to do toast. Everybody know how to do toast. But I'm going to show you the toast. 2 slices of toast. See that right there? Mm-hmm. See that? That's 2 slices of toast. I'm going to put this in the toaster. You don't have to see me put it in the toaster because you know how to use a toaster. Excuse me, but if you want to put it in the oven, you can put it in the oven however you like it. Or time to turn the egg. Now you see? See how that's looking? Look how that's looking. Now it's time to turn the egg. There you go. Oh, see, now sometimes you'll get that. Sometimes you'll get it when they mess up like that. Now, I ain't saying I was the best egg fryer. I just said this is how you fry your egg. You know what I'm saying? I'm still going to eat that. Yes, indeed, that's still going on a plate. Oh, excuse me. Put that on a plate. First, I'm gonna put that over there to keep my plate hot. Now, you see what we got here? Look what we got. Some of them like LV Easy, whatever like that, but I'm just gonna take this here, and then I'm going to just put it on my plate. There you go. And look at that. That's pretty well done. You just feel around the side of it. See, is that done enough for you? It's like that. Now, I'm going to get started with my egg. Yes, indeed, I'm going to get started with my scrambled egg. Excuse me. Get started with my scrambled egg now. Yes, indeed. Put my toast in my toaster that I didn't show you. Put that down. And I'm going to get started with scrambling. Now, you use the same grease for your scramble. This is how you scramble egg. Now, I'm going to show you. Now, I'm doing 2 eggs because I'm going to eat this breakfast. But I'm doing 2 eggs. You probably not need one to do. You probably want to do 2 eggs because that's all you eat. Some people don't like over easy. Some people just like the plain scramble. But look what you got here. 2 eggs. All you doing is taking a fork and you scrambling. You got them grease nice and hot in the same skillet. That's it. That's your scrambled egg. It's not rocket science. Put it in. Look at that. You put it in. And you watch it. Simple. You're almost finished with, well, you almost finished with your breakfast. You're almost finished with your breakfast. You know, you got your hash browns and you're almost finished. You're almost finished with your breakfast. I'm going to take the bacon and put it over here. Put it on the side here. You see the bacon. And then you got, let me show you this. Oh, yeah. That's the prize winners there, right there. That's your hash browns. See your hash brown? Let me get the bacon to scramble. See, this is the scramble. See how the scramble cooking up? You be the judge of how you like it. It ain't got to be well done scramble, whatever. You have it with the whatever yolk in it and whatever you want. I'm going to get a few more of these hash browns. I know this is not my diet, so just leave me alone. This is not, don't coordinate with my diet, but I take my medicine, so anyway. That's it right here. You see what I'm talking about? That's what I'm talking about. And then we're going to put that slide that right there. This is your restaurant. This is your restaurant meal here for just $1. It's costing $1.65. Well, let's say $2 because I added an extra egg for myself. But this is it right here. Let me see if my toast is ready. And you see my toast is ready. You can see my toast is ready. I'm going to do a little something like they do in a restaurant. You know, play like I'm in a restaurant. And you see your 2 pieces of toast. Look at that. $1.64 or $2. $2. Look at that. $2. Just $2. But even that, do the math. Get your pencil and paper. Do the math. Yes, indeed. That's $2. If you cook it at home, you go out there, that's $25. You know, I can cook here and sell breakfast $25 a plate. Yes, indeed. That's catering prices. Catering prices. $25 a plate. That's what you're spending out there at the restaurant. Yes, indeed. So this is Chef Papa G. Like, subscribe, comment, whatever you want. You know, my thing is I just got tired of people going out eating out every day, wasting money, and then expecting for your friends to loan you money for this, that, and the other when you can save money by eating at home sometimes. So just remember, when you hear the name Chef Papa G, I'm going to save you some money. So you have a good morning, good evening, good night, whatever. You have a good one. And stay tuned for my next one. My next one's going to be, I'm going to do lunch. My next one will be lunch, my following week, because I'm going to be doing one a week. If I can do 2 a week, squeeze it in, I'm going to do it. But I'm going to be honest with you. This stuff is for real. This is the real deal. This is old-fashioned way of cooking. So stick with me. Thank you for following me. Thank you for watching me. Come back again. Chef Papa G. You probably